Hello guys, welcome to the third part of the subtle arts of not giving a dog reading book. First of all, welcome, and I'm glad you're here and you're listening to this book. As I told you before, I don't like to summarize the books because I want you to have your own understandings. Before I start, forgive me for all of my mistakes. I try my best to show you the best version of myself. But as we read in this book, if you give too many talks about one thing, it becomes more harder. Alright, I'm going to start it. Chances are you know somebody in your life who, at one time or another, did not give a dog and then went on to accomplish amazing feats. Perhaps these moments of non-fuckery are the moments that most define our lives. The major switch in careers, the choice to drop out of college and join a rock band, the decision to finally dump the deadbeat boyfriend whom you caught wearing your pantyhose a few too many times. To not give a dog is to stare down life's most terrifying and difficult challenges and still take action. While not giving a dog may seem simple on the surface, it's a whole new bag of burritos under the hood. I don't even know what that sentence means, but I don't give a dog. A bag of burritos sounds awesome, so let's just go with it. Most of us struggle throughout our lives by giving too many dogs in situations where dogs do not deserve to be given. We give too many dogs about the rude gas station attendant who gave us our change in nickels. We give too many dogs when a show we liked was cancelled on TV. We give too many dogs when our coworkers don't bother asking us about our awesome weekend. Meanwhile, our credit cards are maxed out, our dog hates us, and Junior is snorting meth in the bathroom. Yet we're getting pissed off about nickels and everybody loves Raymond. Look, this is how it works. You're going to die one day. I know that's kind of obvious, but I just wanted to remind you in case you had forgotten. You and everyone you know are going to be dead soon, and in the short amount of time between here and there, you have a limited amount of dogs to give. Very few, in fact. And if you go around giving a dog about everything and everyone without conscious thoughts or choice, then you're going to get dogged. There is a subtle art of not giving a dog, and though the concept may sound ridiculous and I may sound like an asshole, what I'm talking about here is essentially learning how to focus on priorities, how to pick and choose what matters to you and what does not matter to you based on finely honed personal values. This is incredibly difficult. It takes a lifetime of practice and discipline to achieve, and you will regularly fail, but it is perhaps the most worthy struggle one can undertake in one's life. It is perhaps the only struggle in one's life, because when you give too many dogs, when you give a dog about everyone and everything, you will feel that you're entitled to be comfortable and happy at all times, what everything is supposed to be just exactly the ducking way you want it to be. This is a sickness and it will eat you alive. You will see every adversity as an injustice, every challenge as a failure, every inconvenience as a personal slight, every disagreement as a betrayal. You will be confronted your own petty skull-sized hell, burning with entitlement and bluster, running circles around your very own personal feedback loop from hell, in constant motion yet arriving nowhere. Alright, we finished the feedback loop from hell. Now I'm going to read the rest of the book, which has a bold title that is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Duck. Alright, I'm going to read it. When most people envision giving no ducks whatsoever, they imagine a kind of serene indifference to everything, a calm that weathers all storms. They imagine and aspire to be a person who is shaken by nothing and caves into no one. There is a name for a person who finds no emotion or meaning in anything: a psychopath. Why you would want to emulate a psychopath, I have no ducking clue. So what does not giving a duck mean? Let's look at 3 subtleties that should help clarify the matter. Subtlety 1. Not giving a duck does not mean being indifferent. It means being comfortable with being different. Let's be clear. There is absolutely nothing admirable or confident about differences. People who are indifferent are lame and scared. They're couch potatoes and internet trolls. In fact, indifferent people often attempt to be indifferent because in reality they give way too many ducks. They give a duck about what everyone thinks of their hair, so they never bother washing or combing it. They give a duck about what everyone thinks of their ideas, so they hide behind sarcasm and self-rightness. They're afraid to let anyone get close to them, so they imagine themselves as some special, unique snowflake who has problems that nobody else would ever understand. Indifferent people are afraid of the world and their own choices. That's why they don't make any meaningful choices. They hide in a gray, emotionless pit of their own making, self-absorbed and self-pitying, distracting themselves from this unfortunate thing demanding their time and energy called life. Because here's a sneaky truth about life. There is no such a thing as not giving a duck. You must give a duck about something. It's part of our biology to always care about something and therefore to always give a duck. The question then is, what do we give a duck about? What are we choosing to give a duck about? And how can we not give a duck about what does not matter? My mother was recently screwed out of a large chunk of money by a close friend of hers. Had I been indifferent, I would have shrugged my shoulders, sipped my mocha, and downloaded another season of The Wire. Sorry, Mom. But instead, I was pissed off. I said, "No, screw that, Mom. We're going to Laura to fuck up and go after this asshole." Why? Because I don't give a duck. I will ruin this guy's life if I have to. The first subtlety of not giving a duck, when we say, "Damn, watch out, Mark Manson, just don't give a duck," we don't mean that Mark Manson doesn't care about anything. On the contrary, we mean that Mark Manson doesn't care about of his goals. He doesn't care about pissing some people off to do what he feels is right or important or noble. We mean that Mark Manson is the type of guy who would write about himself in third person just because he thought it was the right thing to do. He just doesn't give a duck. This is what's so admirable. No, not me. Dumbass. A pariah, all for the sake of one's own values. The willingness to stare failure in the face and shove your middle finger back at it. The people who don't give a duck about adversity or failure or embarrassing themselves or shitting the bed a few times. The people who just laugh and then do what they believe in anyway because they know it's right. They know it's more important than they are, more important than their own feelings and their own pride and their own ego. They say, "Fuck it." Not to everything in life, but rather to everything unimportant in life. They reserve their dogs for what truly matters: friends, family, purpose, burritos, and an occasional low sweat or two. And because of that, because they reserve their dogs for only the big things that matter, people give a duck about them in return. Because here is another sneaky little truth about life. You can't be an important and life-changing presence for some people without also being a joke and an embarrassment to others. You just can't. Because there is no such thing as a lack of adversity. It doesn't exist. The old saying goes that no matter where you go, there you are. Well, the same is true for adversity and failure. No matter where you go, there is 500-pound load of shit waiting for you. And that's perfectly fine. The point isn't to get away from the shit. The point is to find the shit you enjoy dealing with. Okay, I stop here. Tomorrow I will read the rest of the book, which is subtlety number 2. We just finished subtlety number 1. Forgive me, and I am pronouncing it wrong, but the spell is Subtlety. I assume that I have to read it subtlety. Okay, thank you, and see you next time.